Hello viewers, welcome back to my English class. As I have told you that I would take up all the tenses in a detailed way, I am taking up simple present now. So let us begin with the simple present. First present tense and the first one in present tense is simple present. This simple present is also called present indefinite. First, you must know how to write sentences in the simple present or how to construct sentences in the simple present. In order to know how to write sentences in the simple present, you must know structure, that is structure of simple present. So what is the structure? Any sentence you may take, it contains subject, verb and object. Here also same. And of course, there may be object or not. It depends on the verb. It doesn't matter whether you may use object or not, depending on the example or depending on the situation. So let us look into the structure in a detailed way. So first, subject. Next, verb. As I have explained, there are three forms basically, that is present tense form, past tense form, past participle. And of course, present participle was also there, V1, V2, V3 and V4. Now, we use the first one, that is present tense form of verb. Subject plus present tense form of verb. For your easy remembrance, you can simply V1 plus object. So this is the structure or construction of simple present. Look once again, subject plus present tense form of verb plus object. That's present tense form is nothing but V1. In this sentence, in this simple present, you have to use only V1, that is write, see, watch, eat, drink and so on. You can take any verb but only the first form of verb. So let us take up some sentences. Subject, present tense form, object. Subject, in subject usually we may use a noun or pronoun. So let us use all the different pronouns and of course nouns also. So let us take up the first one. First person singular, that is I. So subject I. Present tense form of verb, I write. You can write anything. So object you can use as per the context. I write a letter. Next, we play a match. Just you have to practice writing different sentences like this. You sing a song. Next, they eat their food. He sings a song. She cooks food. Next, it catches a rat. Next, Raju plays a match. The child breaks the doll, and so on. You can take examples. So look, all V1, write, play, sing, eat. But here small addition is there. When the subject is third person singular, that is he, she, it, and of course noun also. Noun in singular. When we use subject as he, she, it, and of course noun, we have to use yes or es. Yes or es to the verb in this simple present. Look once again the structure: subject, present tense form of verb plus object, and these are all the examples. And one small extra rule here, that is, when the subject is third person singular, he, she, it or noun, we have to add s or es like this. It catches a rat. Raju plays a match. The child breaks the doll. And of course you may ask, so why should we add s or es, extra s or es to the verb in this tense? It's a practice. So only rules come from practice. The native speakers of language, English language, start using like that, and we have to follow that as a rule. But no rule are framed first. Only practice first, next comes rule. So all rules are framed basing on the practice. So all these are the practices, and we have to follow the practices as rules, because we are not the native speakers and we learn from those native speakers everything regarding English. So like this simple present, you should do by heart this one. Should always remember that whenever we say simple present, we should say subject plus present tense form of verb plus object. So this is the basic point regarding simple present. Now next point, how to write a question in this simple present and how to construct a negative form in this simple present. Now the other forms of simple present. Actually this is affirmative form. Subject, present tense form of verb, object, this is affirmative form. And there is negative form and interrogative form. Often people find it difficult to frame an interrogative sentence that is simply a question in simple present. And actually, it's not at all difficult. But many people find it difficult how to frame a question in particularly simple present. So I want to make it easy for you. So look here, the structure. Usually we use do or does in the formation of either negative form or interrogative form. So do or does. Next structure is the same. Subject V1, of course, object, it may be there, sometimes may not be there. Do or does, subject V1, same structure. There is no big change. And the other questions are two types. One, begin with do or does here, and other question begins with, other type of questions begin with WH word, that is interrogative word. So we have to use WH word plus do or does plus subject plus V1, and of course object may be there and may not be there. Sometimes object should be removed in an interrogative sentence. Let us take examples so that you will get clarity. Do. So next, subject. Do you. Subject, I had taken you. Do you. V1. Do you know my name? Do you know my name? Simply we have to use do or does, that's all, in simple present. And again the question arises, where should we use do and where should we use does? It's also simple. When the subject is third person singular, that is he, she, it. With he, she and it we use does, and with other, that is I, we, you, they, we have to use do. That is, so do. Next, does. Does he play well? Does he play well. So simply do or does, subject and verb. We may use object if necessary or may not be there. So this is one type of question. The other WH question. WH question example. Why? Same. Why do you play cricket? Cricket only. You can frame the sentence like that. So why? WH question. That is interrogative word. You can use any other word like this. Who, which, where, when, what and how. So how also. How also you can use. All these are the interrogative words and this is the structure for interrogative sentence. In this way you have to frame sentences. You have to practice a lot if you want to be thorough with the things. And if you want to use all these things in your day-to-day language, you need lot of practice. So look here, do or does, same structure. So once you are thorough with the structure, you can easily frame an interrogative, that is a question. And of course, questions are two types, do or does and WH question. And you can frame these sentences like this also. So do, does and of course interrogative question. So you have to remember this also. Where should we use do or does? He, she, it. So he, she, it. You have to use does. And for other subjects, I, we, you, they, you have to use do like that. This is interrogative form. Next, negative form. Negative form. Once you have learned that interrogative form, it's easy to learn negative form. Negative form, we have to use don't or doesn't. Don't or doesn't. Don't is used with I, we, you, they, and of course all noun in plural. And with he, she, it, and noun in singular, with all singulars, we have to use does. So you have to say, I don't, we don't, you don't, they don't, and so on. He doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't, and so on. People often confuse, where should we use doesn't, like that. So with he, she, it, or any singular noun, just like Rajesh doesn't, it doesn't, and so on. So let us take a few examples. I play a match. This is affirmative. Affirmative sentence. Next, we have to take a negative. We have to use don't. I don't play a match. This is negative. Next, you waste your time. You don't waste your time. So a little bit practice using don't or doesn't is necessary. Next, we have to take one or two examples for doesn't. He sings songs. He doesn't sing songs. See, sings the verb here because there is a yes, additional yes here, you know. And here, no need of using yes because already we have used here does. Next, she writes beautifully. She doesn't write beautifully. She doesn't write beautifully. So, write here, writes. S is dropped here because we have used doesn't like this. So, this is negative form of the simple present. So far we have seen the basic structure of simple present and interrogative form of simple present, and this is negative form of simple present. These are only structural aspects. Now we have to take up the uses of simple present. There are 5 uses of simple present, and we will see all these uses in the next video. All these uses are very much essential for your day-to-day usage and proficiency of language.